Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Wednesday, September 6th. I'm Jared Hayes and welcome to WCTZ News. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Starting with clubs, 9th through 12th grade students who wish to be in the JAB Entrepreneurial Club should meet in Miss McClendon's room, Portable 7, tomorrow during Power Hour B. There is an organizational meeting for establishing an Interact Club at West Shore. The meeting will take place tomorrow during Power Hour A in Mr. Klett's room, 3101. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is holding their Gospel Day tomorrow during Power Hour A and B in the auditorium. Homecoming tickets go on sale starting Monday. If you would like to bring a guest who does not attend West Shore, you must get a guest approval form and submit it to Ms. Halbier no later than this Friday. Forms can be found on Edline. All students with an interest in chemistry are encouraged to attend the West Shore Chemistry Club, meeting this Friday during Power Hour B in Mrs. Horst's classroom, 15104. At 12 o'clock today, the district will announce whether there is school tomorrow and Friday. Now for Matt SG with the Girls Holy Trinity Cross Country Classic meet results.
Last Saturday, the girls cross country team competed in the 18th annual Holy Trinity Cross Country Classic.
I'm pleased with their performance. I think today was pretty tough conditions. Of course, it's hot. Varsity ran about 30 to 40 seconds slower than last week and compared to our very first race, but I'm pleased with the results.
Even though individual times were slow, the team still placed 5th overall out of 28 teams with a combined score of 198 points.
It was actually better than last week's course because last week we ran basically in a whole bunch of water and mud, so that wasn't fun.
This was the first year runners ran on the new course and had unfavorable conditions for many of the competitors.
Well, I like the old course better. The new course, I think they need to work the kinks out a little bit. I think the start was a little rough. The first mile was a little too bumpy, a lot of holes, which I think slowed down the race. But I think maybe once they work on it a little bit, it'll be a little better.
This has been Austin Hayes, Jacob Kent, and Matt SG reporting for WCTZ News.
Here is William Alexander with a segment regarding the new security around campus.
Returning Wildcats will have noticed multiple security changes made to the campus. Officer Butler, West Shore's new student resource officer, describes the state of our security.
Some of the main changes were the big gate that they added out front and that little pedestrian, the black pedestrian gate that you've probably seen. It's open now. Eventually the goal is to have that closed so that nobody can come in from that open parking lot as a pedestrian and walk onto the campus without being buzzed in or having a key.
Senior Jerry Sola believes the security changes will be effective this year.
First I thought it was pretty comical because it's like, oh, they built a border wall around the school, but now that I think about it, once they lock like all the front doors and like the gates in the front, like it will be kind of difficult for anyone to do anything, so it does feel a little bit safer. It does feel a little more secure.
As an EFSC dual-enrolled student, Junior Scott Chrissy deals with the new security protocols on a daily basis and happens to disagree with Sola.
I feel like they don't work. I mean, if someone really wanted to do something, it would be like, all they'd have to do is hop a fence, and it's not really that much of a difference, so.
Increased security in schools is part of a larger trend across the country, as Officer Butler explains.
There have been issues all over the United States with things happening, violent acts happening on school property, and the main objective, and I know I've heard a lot of students say we feel trapped, we feel like we're in jail, and I've just tried to explain to them that it's not to keep you in, it's to keep the riffraff out and to keep the bad elements out and to keep you guys safe.
The changes made to our campus are things that we as Wildcats will have to learn to live with. This has been Dylan O'Brien reporting for WCTZ.
Stay tuned for the weekly sports update with A. Murphy and Sean Humphrey.
If you're watching this, that means you're in homeroom, and it's Wednesday, which means you're treated to my friend A. Murphy and me, Sean Humphrey, even though that sounds just a little conceited, or a lot. But anyways, let's get right into the sports news for the week.
There will be a swim meet tomorrow at FIT against Palm Bay at 4.
Boys and girls varsity cross country placed 5th out of 26 in the Holy Trinity Cross Country Classic. Boys JV placed first thanks to Laith Rukab, who won by 0.1 seconds. Girls JV placed 5th.
All cross-country runners are scheduled to compete at the UNF Invitational.
Both boys and girls golf tonight against Palm Bay at Vieira East Golf Course at 4.
There will be a middle school basketball game tomorrow against Stone starting at 5.
There is bowling at Shore Lanes tonight against Heritage.
And finally, there will be a volleyball whiteout game tonight in the gym against Astronaut at 7:15.
You know what that means? That means come loud. That means come proud. Do not be quiet coming into the gym and making us look like we don't want to be here. This is a party, man. This is a party. This is a midweek party. Wednesday, what else do you have to do? It's early release, have fun, and get excited.
All right, Sean. We'll see you next week.
Now for the alma mater. West Shore Publications wants to thoroughly cover Hurricane Irma, and you can help. Send any pictures of you and your friends before, during, and after the hurricane to westshoreyearbook@gmail.com or download the Replay app. And remember to stay safe. With that, thank you for tuning in to another edition of WCTZ News. This has been Jared Hayes. Have a fantastic day, Wildcats.